Hello and welcome to Avion's Rainbow sorry, Call of Duty 2 Veteran Difficulty Walkthrough. This is the Holding the Line mission from the first scene in Call of Duty 2's British campaign. And I guess it was actually called, they're actually called missions, but there's like 6 different missions inside a mission, so I'll just call them scenes like in Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. So what you want to do is when you get out of that truck, run over to this machine gun and gun everybody down. In this mission, whenever there's a machine gun and there's a whole bunch of guys attacking you, get on it and just blast them. And so there's going to be another truck coming in, take that out, take all the guys that come out of it out, excuse me. And then, after that's clear, there's going to be so many guys dropping smoke, and you're not going to be able to see them, even if the smoke is cleared, because they're probably going to get past your firing radius, I guess, turning radius with the MG. So get out and shoot as many as you can with the Lee Enfield, but then when they get a bit too close, switch to your Bren. Or, if you were like me in the last mission, an MP40, because, like, also, as soon as he says there's guys coming from the north, from the west, go over behind that wall and go through here. But if you're continuing on from the last, like, mission, which was the diversionary raid, you will, and you picked up an MP40, then at the start of this mission you'll have an MP40 instead of a Bren. And I personally prefer the MP40 to the Bren because the Bren and the BAR in this game have huge recoil, and when you look down the sights, I don't really like that. I'm not one for recoil, like big power and recoil. I prefer, like, good aim, accuracy, I guess, and I like guns that don't have a lot of recoil, but like, I don't know. Like in Rainbow Six Vegas 2, I don't use light machine guns because they have too much recoil for me, and I have a habit of just, like, after 10 shots or so, reloading, even though they have 100-shot clips. But I like using SMGs because, well, I don't really use them in Rainbow Six Vegas 2, but that's because I've only recorded me playing campaign. There's some multiplayer and terrorist hunt maps where I love to use SMGs on, but that is neither here nor there. So then there's gonna be some guys coming from the west again, so just go back over there. And once again, when they're far away, shoot them with the Lee Enfield. But then, when they get kind of close, switch to the Bren. They're just gonna keep repeating it, and like when I first played this, like for my practice run on Veteran, I thought that like eventually you had to like move up and that would stop the waves, but you don't. And then he's gonna say there's gonna be guys coming from the north, so get on this MG as soon as you get there. Now you can just can't stay back, and there's usually gonna be 2 waves of guys each time. Video games have a weird rule of what number things, because like in Zelda it's always the rule of 3, but for this mission it's rule of 2. Oh, and also something that I noticed after I beat this game, which was a while ago when I first beat it, and then I got my Call of Duty World at War like a few months after, and then I went back and replayed this game because Call of Duty World at War sucks in general. And the last mission had, like, it was, you get to blow up supply trucks and plant bombs and stuff. That was almost exactly like in Call of Duty World at War, where you have to blow up encampments, I guess, in like the first mission. So apparently Call of Duty World at War cannot be realistic, or cannot be original. I mean, they can't really be original if they're going by like actual stuff that happened. Because like if that actually did happen, then I guess that's why they put it in there. But if not, which is like, there probably was German counterattacks against this town, but they probably didn't have the tanks coming right after artillery was set up. Stuff like that. So, like, based on real stuff, but not gameplay-wise, I guess. Almost any video game is not like realistic. I mean, like, gameplay-wise, but Brothers in Arms is the only game series I know of where the game designers have gone to where the game itself takes place and, like, built the game around the actual stuff. So I think I've talked about this before, but what you have to do up here is just so you just, when you see tanks, don't shoot, don't target them when they're still moving. Wait till they stop to target them, because if they're still moving, then they'll probably gonna go away and not get hit. You just wasted an artillery strike. And there's gonna be another raid of guys, and this one there's gonna be a lot more than just 2 tanks. Actually, maybe not too many more, but whatever. And it's gonna be a bit of a waiting time for these tanks to stop. So there's probably gonna be some times where, like, the Germans will push into this town, like the foot soldiers, and they'll be able to, like, get into the house that you're on top of. And so you wanna, every now and then, if they get in really far, then look back at that ladder, and if you don't see any tanks or tanks are still moving, then go over there and just watch it. Because that screwed me over many times. And also, you might get fucked over by like having the aimer thing on the on a tank, but having like the game registered as like you planted it right next to you, which is retarded. But so just make sure nobody's coming up. Planted it, and then I didn't. Wait, maybe that's later. Yeah, right. As soon as I start to turn around, I get shot at, which is kind of cool. But if my teammate was not there to save me, I probably would have died. And after you kill that last tank or so, then the mission is over. I like it when games don't have cutscenes. Like, all the important dialogue is done when you're, like, with you still playing. So fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.